Well, folks, living in Arizona, the cost of living has gone up, especially for 2022. And we want to kind of bring you this video and give you the true cost of living in Arizona. Now, a lot of people you see doing these YouTube videos, they're bringing in a lot of charts and telling you stuff. But you know what? They're not giving you the true value of what it actually is to live here in Arizona. So I brought my beautiful wife.
Hello.
Her name is Huerta. And I brought her in because she's like my accountant, you can say. So she tells me when the numbers are in the red and the numbers are in the green. And obviously, because I'm a male, they're always in the red. But anyways, so this video is going to be about cost of living in Arizona for 2022. We're going to give you a lot of data, personal data that I kind of like told her, we got to do this. We got to do it. And she was like, no. And I said, yes. So she's here, part of the team. And let's get started. Hey, thanks for tuning in again, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, I'm Victor Huerta, a local real estate agent. And my wife is actually a real estate agent as well. So we can both help you if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate here in Phoenix. And if you're moving or relocating to Arizona, we definitely can help as well. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button.
Subscribe.
To get the latest info, knowledge, of course, here, all of Phoenix, Arizona. And we hope you enjoyed this video of the cost of living in Arizona in 2022, because it is getting freaking expensive. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so before we get into all the data, let my wife give you the specs of what we're talking about. So we're gonna get into our house. Okay, so she's gonna read over the specs so you can kind of know the square footage, etc. Go ahead.
So the size of our house is 3,000 square feet. It's a single story. We do have a pool. The pool is approximately 25,000 gallons of water. We have no heater in the pool, and gas.
Oh yeah, we have gas. And we have 2 AC units.
Right.
Not 1, 2 AC units. So as we're gonna get into this, we're gonna get into the electric bill, because we have a lot of questions like, hey, what's your electric bill during the wintertime? And where is it at in the summertime? And then my wife can actually tell you where she keeps the thermometer at. Mm-hmm. Because I come to the office, she's usually at the office or at home, so, and she does the laundry and all that other stuff. So she kind of tells you, she'll give you some pointers for the women out there who are thinking about relocating or moving to Arizona, what the cost is gonna be and when's the best time to run all your stuff. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so for our electric bill, we're gonna give you actually the whole 12 months, okay? So we're gonna dial this down for you. So January, February, March, and April, it starts getting pretty warm after the spring training baseball. So what is the amount for January for SRP bill?
January, approximately $117.
So $117 in January, and that is a 3,000 square foot single story house with a pool with almost 26,000 gallons, which is pretty big. So let's go down to, what's the next month? February?
So February we had a total of 108.
108.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then we're gonna go into March. March, our electric bill was
$94.
$94. Okay. And then we're gonna get into like April. It starts getting a little bit warmer. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna see the jump here. So we went from $94?
$94 to about
94.
$230.
$230.
Right. And then May we have $313. June and July we were about, well, this looks actually pretty good. 122 in June. What?
We were on vacation. We went to vacation.
And then July it spiked up again, 323. August was 340. September 277.
Okay, stop right there. So 340 in, what was this, August? Mm-hmm. It was 340 in August, and then it jumped down to 276 in September. So it's still a little warm in September because we go trick-or-treating in October, and it's still kind of hot when you wear those.
It's pretty warm.
It's pretty warm.
It's
yeah.
nice.
We were the Incredibles, and I was like sweating. And you know those costumes, it gets kind of sweaty. So, okay, so that was September, 276, and then what's the next one?
October. October is where we saw 337.
237, okay. And then in November we get down to
127.
127. Then December?
129.
129.
Yep.
So that's the electric bill that you are gonna see approximately for a 3,000 square foot house, 1 story with a pool with 26,000 gallons, which is a pretty big pool. And your pool pump's running all the time. We run it from, I think it starts at 9 at night? Off
11.
11, 9 to 11. And those are the off-peak hours.
Well, keep in mind too with the SRP, going back to that, I keep the temperature at no lower than 78 because I'm always cold.
Okay, folks, so that is actually the electricity bill for a 3,000 square foot house with a pool, single story, no pool heater. And then also, my wife's gonna talk about how she keeps the temperature and on peak and off peak hours, because we run our pool pump, would you say 9 to 11? Was it 9 to 11? 2 hours?
9 to 11.
Is off peak, and then she'll take over about the temperature.
And then normally I keep my temperature at 70 because I'm always cold. So depending on where you keep your temperature, that's going to vary in price.
And what about washing like clothes and dishes?
Okay, so anything after 8, and this again goes depending on what SRP plan you are, but we're on a plan has an off peak and on peak. So our off peak would be PM to 1 in the morning, and then anything after that, it's on peak. So it's going to be more expensive to be washing, doing laundry. What else I'm trying to think? Oh,
keeping your pool pump running under the on-peak hours. You always want to try to do things off the peak. They have this program too that you can pay like a monthly amount, right? And they spread it out for the entire 12 months. And if you're moving here, right, and you're trying to adjust your cost of living in Arizona, especially for 2022 in the future, is you want to do that at the beginning, because we tried doing that. We tried doing that since we've been living here, and it was gonna be more expensive, like the final numbers. So if you're actually just coming in, you might wanna think about doing that first. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we're gonna give you the water and trash bill. Of course, we have a pool. Again, it is $26,000, $26,000 gallons. That is not your bill, okay? Just, I know you almost fainted, it's not the bill. So 26,000 gallons. So let's get into the water bill I'll let her start.
For January, March, April, they were pretty much consistent. We had January was $88 and $80 were in February, so that was $79, and then we have March, just $117,000.
$117,000 for the water bill.
$117.
$117. Okay. So I don't think your water bill is going to be that expensive. Like I said, we have a 3,000 square foot house and we have 26,000 gallons of water. But we see it rise in the summertime because you have to fill up your pool. It seems like when it's hot, the water just tends to disappear. All right, so our house actually has natural gas. And we actually looked for our house. We actually built our house in 2011, and we had to have natural gas. We just didn't want to have an electric stove because we feel like the food is better with gas. So, of course, if you have an electric stove, your bill might be a little bit more expensive, but our highest bill for natural gas is
$24. That was December, 22 November. I'm assuming because the holidays are during that time, so we're doing a lot more cooking. And
I'm doing the cooking. I'm just playing outside with the smoker. But yeah, the gas is actually pretty cheap here now. It's kind of hard to find a house that has natural gas, to be honest. And usually it comes down to new construction or an older home. And what have you seen, you would say, as far as like the cost of our living has gone up in food?
I was going to say, number one, groceries.
Groceries.
And obviously gas.
Oh yeah, and gas too. I drive a Tacoma and she drives a Jeep. And they are not electric, so we pay at the pump. But as far as food and groceries, I know you don't know the math right now, but from last year or 2 years from now to now, what would you say the cost of
An extra $50.
Okay, so how much do you think we're spending a month as far as food?
$500, easy. So I'm at the grocery store probably twice a month.
You're saying $500 a month? Mm-hmm. But we have girls.
I'm approximately like $250.
Okay.
Every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks. What's the most?
It could be less. It could be a little bit more, but that's the average.
What do you think is the most expensive thing that you're buying at the grocery store right now in 2022?
It'd be steak.
Steak?
Any meats.
Any meats?
Right.
Okay. And don't forget to factor in the cost of living in Arizona in 2022 or in the future is your car battery. Okay. If you have a regular acid battery, that thing is going to get zapped and you're going to have to go get another battery. So we have actually the lithium batteries. and those last a lot longer and better here in Arizona. And obviously is the tires. It is so hot here that rubber melts, and you need to have tires at least once every 3 years, I would say 4 years. It depends on how hot it is, but that's you have to put that into your cost as well as far as your budget. Okay, my friends, so the other thing I want to talk about is property taxes. I have seen taxes go up like crazy, not only in our own house, but obviously for my clients and customers. Is like they have called me like, hey man, property taxes are going up. And I say it's going up across the board. So we built our house in 2011. So your first half of taxes are due in October 1st of 2021. And then your second half of taxes are due on March 1st of 2022. Now, in 2012, our property taxes were $815.12. Now, we built in 2011, which is October or November?
It was November.
We got our keys in November in 2011. So you can see the taxes were very, very low because it was just land. In 2013, the taxes went up to $2,317. Now, in 2019, I'm going to skip a couple years because this is where we saw a major increase. It went up to $3,944. In 2021, my wife almost fell off her seat when she saw the tax bill come in, $4,134. But if you compare our taxes compared to Texas, we are definitely a lot cheaper. And of course in California as well. So you will see your property taxes go up as well, because if you have development going around your area with streets, schools, etc., new neighborhoods, the cost goes up. So just be aware that if you're buying new construction, your taxes will be very, very low because it is in arrears and it's going to be taxed as land. But then once you get that other tax bill, you're going to see a major increase. Okay, my friends. So if you're like us, we have children and we need internet access. Now, we have Cox internet, and it's a hate and love relationship because sometimes they go out and sometimes they're on point. So our Cox bill is automatically just one amount, and that is
$119 a month.
$119 a month. And that has actually increased a couple of years ago too, because I remember we were paying like $99. Then it went up to like 105,
right,
and now we're at 119.
Went from 115 to 119. But keep in mind, you like to upgrade everything.
Gotta be fast. Oh, and don't forget, if you're buying in an HOA community, my wife loves this. HOAs.
I won't disclose how much we pay for a patch of grass.
For a patch of grass. So if you are building in an HOA, put that into your budget each year. Right. It is going to go up. And hopefully you have a pool, because we have a patch of grass. Okay, little Ben, so I am back here at the office, and I want to give you the cost of living in 2022 here in Phoenix, Arizona. I want to give you some charts so you guys kind of see that it still is affordable, even though it's getting a little bit more expensive. But I wanted to show you some charts here, give you the data you need to know to make a sound decision when you're thinking about relocating to Arizona, moving to Arizona, or if you're a local just trying to buy a house. I know you guys are getting priced out of the market, and this is going to be some great data for you. And also, you know, maybe you're just thinking about selling and upgrading to another house. This is some great data for you as well. So this is a continuation of the cost of living in Arizona for 2022. So let's get into the affordability for the Phoenix metropolitan area, the Home Opportunity Index here. And this is from 1991 to 2020. And I got some 2021 data as well. All right, my friends. So here we go. We're going to get into the affordability for the metropolitan Phoenix, Arizona. And I wanted to show you this data because I think it's very important for you guys to see what's going on in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, right here, as you can see where my mouse is a normal range for affordability here in Arizona. It's between 60 and 75. That is the rated score that they're actually saying that to be affordable here in Arizona, you have to be at a score of, oh, what do you know? Hold on. I got to take my earphones off of my mic that I just saw right now. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had my earphones on my microphone and I forgot about that. So let's get into affordability. So the affordability score is normal is 60 to 75. Okay, that's a score to saying that, hey, to be Arizona to be affordable, we have to have a score between 60 and 75. And you can see here in Q2, we were actually at 70.2 Q3, and that was Q2 of 2020. You could see as the score gets lower and it drops down, is we are heading into a non-affordable Phoenix housing index, meaning that it's getting a little bit more expensive to live here. Now, this right here, 51% of homes sold in Q3 were affordable to a family making $79,000 per year. But right now we're still affordable, but it is actually going by Q3 2021. You can see here is we're going to be at 56.4, which is getting a little bit more expensive to live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Is the percentage of home sales that are happening to like investors, the iBuyers, owner occupant, and second homeowners. So you can see here is in Q4 of 2021, we had 4% of iBuyer interaction in the real estate market. And then we also had 18% that were investors right here. And then we also had 14% that were second homeowners. Now, as you can see here, right now we are owner occupied. This is Q4 2021. It was 63.1%. So when people are saying like, man, all the investors are buying all these properties, we can't afford it, we can't come in and purchase a property. Well, you have 63.1% chance of buying properties because you are competing against another 14.3% of second home people who are leaving. Obviously, you're buying a second home here in Arizona to retire. But between 2015 and 2019, we had owner-occupied properties, meaning that people are buying their properties to stay and live in it, was 70 to 76%. So that is the data. So I know we're competing with investors as well with some of our clients, but you have a great opportunity and the possibility of owning a house here, as you can see through the data. And this goes all the way back to Q1 of 2012. So when people are saying about the forbearance and how foreclosures are coming, well, all these properties are owner occupied. So we're not back in the 2005, 2006 market where the investors had the majority of this graph. So just keep that in mind as well when you're looking for the cost of living here in Phoenix, Arizona, as far as housing. All right, so this next slide, I want to get into the actually monthly median sales price on the cost of living in Arizona in 2022 and the future. I think this graph might go up a little bit more and then trend into a flat line and come back down. But let's show you this chart if you're thinking about relocating or moving to Phoenix, Arizona, or maybe you're just thinking about buying another house here in Arizona. So as you can see by this chart is in January of 2019, the median price of home between 1,500 to 2,000 square feet was about 260,000. As you move this line forward, January of 2021, we were at 330,000. And then obviously now we are at $430,000 for a house about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. So the cost of living in Arizona has gone up here in Phoenix, Arizona for, as you can see, in 2022. And then the cost of living in 2019 was a lot cheaper. But I see this trend probably going up a little bit higher. And then depending on what the Fed does with the interest rates, if rates go up, it's gonna kind of like pause housing a little bit, but it's gonna take some time because real estate is like one of those big shipping containers. It takes a while for it to actually turn with what's happening with the economy. So it's not going to be fast moving like the stock market. It's just going to be a real slight turn, and then we're going to have to see what happens. So it can either go up, can go flatline, and prices can decline, but we're not seeing that here in Arizona. So right now the cost of living is getting pretty expensive as far as single family housing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so the next chart and my final chart for you guys is going to be actually spend about 28% of their gross income when buying a single family property here in Phoenix, Arizona, in the following cities. So with this chart, I want to kind of break down of what we're seeing here. So if you're going to be spending, if you can afford 28% of your gross monthly income on housing, that's going to be a payment of $2,176 a month, is affordable for a family making $93,000 a year. So if you're trying to stay in this payment here at $2,176, well, then you're definitely going to be making about $93,000 a year. Now, back in the day, we were at $190,000, the home prices, and then you can see here it has just gone up like crazy. So we are here at $430,000 for the median sales price for a house between 1,500 to 2,000 square feet. And this is at an interest rate at 3.5 percent. And interest rates are going to go up because the Fed have been talking about it for quite some time. But you can see the rates here in January of 2015 were 3.67. Prices were a little bit lower. And then you can see here it went up to 4.87 in 2018, then back to 2.74%. And right now we're at 3.55. And then here is your principal and interest payments. And then here's your principal, interest, taxes, and insurance plus PMI. So you can see here is the cost of living has gone up, and it'll continue to go up because now we have this gap of $1,749 and $2,176. So just remember that about $93,000 a year to make here in Arizona will give you a payment about $2,176. And then here is some great information that the Crawford report has actually gave us, so you can do some calculations on yourself to see if it's affordable for you when you're actually relocating to Arizona or moving to Arizona, or if you're thinking about selling and buying another house. Hey, once again, I'm Victor Huerta, local real estate agent here in Phoenix, Arizona. So if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate, all the information is below. This is my wife,
Huerta,
and she's a real estate agent as well. We definitely can help you out. We'd love to help you out and guide you with your move here, relocating here, or even if you're thinking about selling and buying. But I hope this cost of living in Arizona video was helpful for you, because we've seen the cost of living go up here for us, and we just wanted to share our personal information and our insights as well as a family of four.
thank you for tuning in.
If you have any questions, email me at victor@freeagentproperties.com. Again, that email address is victor@freeagentproperties.com, where we release new videos each week on home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix housing market updates, so you can be mindful when you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in real estate. We will talk to you soon.